Hey everybody, Mike Wolford here from the Dude's Kitchen, and today we're making, can you guess what it is? I bet you can from the header on the video. Beef Stroganoff, one of my favorite meals, guys, all-time favorites. So we're going to show you how to make it here in just a moment. So like we said in the intro, we're making beef stroganoff. Or as my brother would say, beef stroganoff. Sorry James, I outed you. Sorry buddy. Anyhow, the first time I remember having this was, I was about 5 years old. My mom and stepdad had just married and we had moved to a place called Cheney, Washington. And he made this and so we went out and visited him, my mom and stepdad, over Thanksgiving. And I asked him, hey Bruce, can you give me your beef stroganoff recipe? And he did, and I'm going to add just a little bit of a dude spin to it because this stuff is amazing. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to just take some egg noodles, put it down. We're going to boil it, but it doesn't take very long with egg noodles. They're not like a regular noodle. They're very thin, as you know. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some butter, and what we're going to do is we're just going to make the sauce for it. What I like about the sauce is I like to just kind of let it simmer a little bit because it just gives it that little bit of extra time to put everything together. So about 3 tablespoons, I'm going to put it down in there. Now I've got the onions. Everybody knows how to chop onions. Already did that for us. So I've got the butter going in here on the flat top. I'm going to take a little bit more butter here. I'm going to put it on the other side of the flat top because that's where we're going to do the steak. Now, I've seen people do it with hamburger, and that's just fine. In fact, I had beef stroganoff a couple weeks ago at one of our local pubs, and they used hamburger, and it was great. Cut this bad boy in half. Yeah, we'll move that over by here. And now I like to just take a normal, like a chuck roast steak, versus the stuff that's already cut, because man, that stuff can get tough. The last thing we want is this to get tough. We're going to do the same thing. This time we're just going to trim the fat off first. Probably need to sharpen my knife as well. Cut this bad boy up. We're not going to let this cook very long. Simply put, we don't want it tough. Now I like to cook with butter, as you guys all know. So that's why I'm cooking with butter. You could use oil if you wanted to. Nice avocado oil would go really well with this. Absolutely, no problems at all. And I'm just going to kind of let this slow cook. Matter of fact, I need to turn this down, this one side down. The next thing we're going to do is throw our onions in. Maybe. Get some on the side, that's alright. Now here's a really cool trick with mushrooms. And my buddy Charlie over at Pickles Barbecue showed us this the other day. And I'll put a link down below. He's actually helping a friend of ours named Chris over at Blind Barbecuing. Him and his family got in an accident. So Charlie and I are stepping up and helping him out a little bit with what he calls, I think it's his Tuesday Quick Tips. So Charlie did a quick tip the other day. He said links below. And it's with mushrooms. He said put your mushrooms when you buy them at the grocery store in a bag. And he can explain it to you better than I can. But basically it just doesn't make them slimy. I'm going to take our mushrooms. Cut these bad boys up, put them in there. I'm telling you, on a nice winter evening, you don't want to go out, you want something real quick to make, you got some stuff in the fridge, I'd make this in a heartbeat again. Today, we're cooking outside, it's cold, it can't be more than about 35 degrees out. But you know what? Any chance I can take to cook outside, I'm going to do it. I like to go a little bit on the heavier side when it comes to garlic. That's just me. You do it to taste. And mix it all up in here. What we're looking for is for the onions to become translucent. Now, I'm going to take some salt, pepper, throw it down in here. We're going to do the same thing on the steak. Now we want to keep an eye on our steak because we don't want to get it too hard. We don't want hard meat. Yes, I said hard meat. My brother James is probably laughing right now. Actually, he's coming down for Christmas. He lives in Kodiak, Alaska. So hopefully he can maybe do an episode for her. That guy can cook. Maybe I can get him to say hard meat or beef stroganoff. Our onions, everything's coming together, looking good. It's going to take a few minutes. Let's check this. It's coming along. It takes a while for that stuff to come on. I'm going to grab our really cool looking plates here. Kind of goes with the Hawaiian theme we got going on. Check out our steak. So far so good. Everything is just coming together nicely. I'm really liking what I'm seeing. Now here's where I differ from Bruce. He does just heavy cream, right? I like cream cheese. I could eat cream cheese in almost everything I do. So we're going to add some cream cheese to this in just a moment. It's time to take the meat off because, like I said, you know what I said. We'll leave it at that. That should be fine there. Take our cream cheese. Now I'm going to put about half down. I'm going to smash this down, kind of cut it up a little bit, the cream cheese. That way it helps it just kind of mix all together into the blend. Cream cheese can kind of be a pain in the butt when it comes to melting, but once it does, look out. Put the lid over it. Cook down and we'll be right back in a few minutes. So while we were away, we decided to just cover the top of the cast iron pan with another one and just kind of take a look at it. I think we're getting close at this point, looking good. So it's been a few minutes. We're going to smash this cream cheese down because it's getting to the point it's getting pretty stinking close to where we want it. Kind of mix everything together. Now here's the next part. We're going to take heavy whipping cream, shake, 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 and I'm going to dump almost all of this in here. So it all kind of fused together. It's going to take a few minutes to fuse it together, but when we get back, we'll add a little bit of flour to it to kind of thicken it up a little bit, and then we'll finish this off. So during the break, we got things kind of organized, ready to go. I did notice that our egg noodles are done, so I drained them. Love these things. You can have these things, these egg noodles, with just butter. Just throw butter in there. So good. So at this point, we're starting to boil here, which is a good sign. That's a good thing. That's what we want. Grab our whisk, kind of move it around a little bit. Now, I am going to add some flour to this. Just all-purpose flour, all you need, just maybe a handful. Mix it in there, maybe two, we'll see. I'm going to turn this thing down too. See how it's starting to thicken up? That's just about perfect. I'm liking this. Let's make sure we get everything together because we don't want any clumps of flour in here. Oh, I'm liking this. So, if you want some heat, I'm going to say go with some cayenne pepper. I love heat. And the beauty part about the cayenne pepper too is this going to change the color of our sauce. Slowly. give it a little bit more of a darker look to it. I'm going to throw some more in. I'm going to add a little bit more of the heavy whipped cream because I think we got it too far one direction. Which is going to take away from the color that we got, but we can always add paprika or something to it, change it. As a matter of fact, that's what's next, but I want to try this. Oh, man. A little more cayenne. There's a little bit of a bite to it, nothing crazy. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add some paprika to it. This will help out with color as well. Put as much as you want. I don't really measure a lot. If you could smell this though, whew, so good. I'm going to take some of our beef from earlier, put it in here, let it warm up with the rest of this. We'll be right back. I'm going to get everything together. All right, everybody, we're back. So, come on, Zoe, no barking. Sorry, guys. Let's plate this up. I'm ready. Ooh, yeah. Now that, my friends, is a dish. There is so much flavor in this. Oh man. Oh, you get everything out of this. Cream cheese comes through just enough. Oh. Let's try the steak. Perfect, guys. Absolutely perfect. And you know what goes well with? A beer. Alright guys, if you like what you saw, please remember to hit the like button, ring that bell for notifications, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Really appreciate it. I'd like to thank Charlie over at Pickles Barbecue for giving us the idea with the mushrooms. Remember to check out Chris over at Blind Barbecue. His link's down below as well with Charlie's. If you're interested in how to clean a griddle like this, my friend Ken Rogers over at Ken Rogers Mostly Outdoor has a great video on it. I'll put a link down there as well. Anyhow, try this out. Tell me what you think. We'll talk to you soon. Remember, the dude abides with Beef Stroganoff. That's the ticket, man.